My name is Gary Shank. I'm 28 years old. I live in Reno, Nevada, and I am America's next top shot. In the next few minutes, I'd like to discuss some of the tools that I've used to actually hone my skill as a marksman over the last many years. We're going to start here today with my recurve bow. It's the bow I choose to shoot over a compound because of the fact that you actually have to sight this using the arrow and not a more complex modern sight. It's still a very powerful bow. It actually can be used for hunting, and it's a lot of fun to actually hone your accuracy skills, and I do so almost daily in my backyard. The next weapon I've got here is a blowgun, very akin to the weapon used in Season 2. I was very pleased to see that actually on your show, as I've actually used one of these since I was about 10 years old. My father brought me my first one home. I've used this to actually shoot game in my backyard as well as shoot dartboards in my living room. One of my personal favorites is the tomahawk. You use this in Season 2, and I've had one of these since I was about 10 and start to go into rendezvous with my father. It's a lot of fun to actually do. It's kind of a challenging weapon to master, but once you get a hold of it, very easy to maintain control of. I also use those in my Civil War reenactment days, as is a period 19th century weapon, to actually kind of pass the time away during, in between actually shows for our public. Season 1 did bring to light the slingshot for me. It was a lot of fun when I was a kid, but I kind of forgot about how much fun they can be. So after I saw them in Season 1, I went out and got myself this one here and shoot with it actually a lot. It's very fun to actually pull one out of the range and kind of surprise people big time when I can take a clay pigeon like you would with a shotgun and shoot one at about just over 10 yards and shoot them very consistently with one. Throwing knives are also one of my favorites. I use those in my backyard, again, almost daily. Very fun to throw and very challenging to see if you can hit things like playing cards actually up on a stump. One of the other things I like to do is actually shoot air guns. This one's a Gammo competition air pistol, and I shoot it actually in my house and backyard to split playing cards and do other exhibition style trick shooting. They can be very accurate and very powerful if you choose to use them for hunting. We get into the firearms aspect of it. This is my Kentucky long rifle. This one's a flintlock 50 caliber, and it's a very period firearm for actually 18th century weaponry. And it's a lot of fun. It was actually, this one happened to be a rifle one, so guns like this were actually used in the Civil War for snipers. Very accurate weapons, and one of my personal favorites. Next here I've got a Marlin 22 competition rifle. This gun is very similar to the one that I learned how to shoot at Boy Scout camp when I was a young boy. A lot of fun to shoot, and again, a very challenging gun to master. In my current job, I'm very privy to a lot of modern firearms like this AR-15. Daily I teach people how to shoot these weapons in full auto variants, including the M16, the AK-47, MP5s, Glock 18 full auto pistol, and Uzis. They're a lot of fun to do and can be very challenging to master. Luckily I've had enough trigger time that I guarantee I can shoot one better than anybody else on your program. This here is a historic firearm and one of my personal favorites. This is an original Smith & Wesson No. 3 from the 1880s. Great gun, and kind of brings me to one of my past professions as a firearms historian. Not only did I appraise firearms and know the history behind them, but it actually led me to be able to handle fire and get my hands actually on so many different types of firearms from all over the world, which is something that none of your competitors, I'm sure, could say. I've seen a lot of your competitors get a gun in their hand and not know actually anything about it. Not only can I tell you the history about it, but I can show you how it operates and shoot it better than anyone on your program. There's not a gun you can put in my hands that I wouldn't know exactly how to fire. This one is another personal favorite of mine, and one for the shows, the Colt 1911. These firearms appear on both Season 1 and Season 2, and one of my personal favorites. I use this exact gun to actually split some playing cards on my second audition video. Some of the other things I like to do in my spare time are, of course, Civil War reenactment, like the uniform I'm wearing here today, as well as shoot IDPA and USPSA action pistol sports. I'm also a cowboy action competitor. I use a version of the same uniform with a handle of corporal punishment. It's a lot of fun to do, and basically any marksmanship program, including shotgun shooting, including skeet, sporting clays, and trap, are things I do on my spare time. I just rotate through them. That way I can keep my skills up with a variety of different weapons and a variety of different shooting sports. My father is the key reason that I'm in this competition, or at least submitting my application for it. Him and I have challenged each other to become better marksmen in all these different aspects over my entire life. He and I continue to challenge each other and come up with new ideas for trick shots, trying to push each other to become better marksmen. If we ever do a co-op season of Topshot, him and I would be the ideal candidates. We would dominate the competition because we've actually mastered all these different firearms here and then some, and all these different weapons and then some. I thank you for reviewing this video, and I look forward to hearing from you. I guarantee that you put me on your show, I will emerge America's top shot for Season 4 and any subsequent seasons. Thank you very much.